What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Brittany.
And it's your girl, Bree.
And this is Listen Sis, your favorite podcast.
What is up with
What
y'all
is up, y'all, today?
on this great Monday night? We hope that y'all are having a good start of your week.
Oh, yeah.
I know we had a long last week, but
yeah,
we here.
We made it, and
we made it through.
We here, made it through by the grace.
By the grace. I'm telling y'all, and let me tell y'all about Jack.
Nipping
at your front door. Y'all,
he nipping
Jack,
at your
Jack
nose.
Frost is out there.
He out this door.
It is cold.
Yes.
We don't know. Wait. Listen, we don't know how to dress. We don't know.
We don't know if it's gonna be cold. We don't know if it's gonna be hot.
You don't know if you need a sweater,
sandals, jacket, or boots, or short sleeving boots.
Ooh, y'all! Please make sure y'all take care of yourself. Stay up on y'all meds if you take sinus medicine.
Oh yeah,
you know
your vitamin C.
Drink your little OJ.
Make sure you taking all your vitamins that you need. Your elderberry.
All the berries.
And you eating clean and all that.
Kind of helps with your
immune
nutrition
system.
And your immune system to kind of keep a straight pathway.
Yes,
because it's easy to get sick out here. So y'all just take care of yourself. Oh, sorry, y'all. But tonight we are going to talk about living and learning.
Yes.
What is going on?
Jack,
I'll tell you.
Jack.
But now, we're talking about living and learning. You know how you go and experience different things. When you can sit back and kind of like do a reflection, self-evaluation check. You're just going through things. Some of these things are just lessons to help us, move forward. If the situation ever come up again, you'll be able to know how to handle that. So it's like you just living and learning.
Yeah, you living and you learn every day. Every day is, you don't know what experience you're gonna have. Every day is you wake up with new mercy, new grace. But you never know what experience you about to walk into, what you about to drive into as you on the road. You just don't know. So living and learning is something that you do all day, every day. Daily.
And it's in the midst of your living and learning, you can be able to help somebody else in their living and learning.
Oh yeah.
So it's just all about trial and error. It's okay to make those mistakes.
Oh yeah.
While with your living, because that's what we do. We're human. We're gonna make mistakes.
Yes.
But in the midst of that, we need to see like, how can I approach this differently? How can I, if the way that I came off was wrong or in a negative light, how can I fix this and, to make it right the next time, because we all have things going on. We all have situations, sometimes we think that we're handling situations in the right manner, but we're not.
Right.
So we have to go back and make some adjustments and approach it differently.
You do. And it's okay to say, I'm sorry. It's okay to have that sense of conviction, because that's how God deals with us. So when He deals with us in conviction, I don't know about nobody else, but I know when I do something wrong, it like that man come like tapping on my shoulder and talking to me saying, you know better. You know you could have handled that person, or you could have handled that a little bit better. And so this is the healing process. This goes along in processing, trial and error, as he said. That this takes work. You got to put the pride aside, because sometimes we want to say, oh, well, they should have said I'm sorry first, or I went wrong, or whatever. But no, He convicted me, maybe not them. So I can only control me and my actions. So then, with that being said, I have to go to that person and say, hey, I was wrong, and I apologize for what I did, and how can we move forward from the situation?
And you know what? Sometimes that's something that we have to work on, because we don't like to say I apologize. We don't like to say I'm sorry. We don't like to say, oh, that was my fault, because sometimes we always think that we're right. We're not always right. We are not. So I know for a fact I get convicted. But I guess when you one of the chosen ones, or you one of the ones that you talk to him daily, it don't take long at all for the conviction. When I say it all, it don't take long. It does not take long. And that's why I know we see sometimes, and I know I said it before, like I asked, well, did I come off wrong? Did I say this in the in the wrong way? She said, no, it says you're good. I understand where you're coming from. And I don't mind receiving that type of feedback, because it's helping me as I move forward. So if somebody comes to you and, with some type of feedback, you may not agree with it, but I would say just be respectful and listen to it. Because you ain't gonna agree with everything that everybody say. No, but
definitely not gonna agree. But we can agree to disagree, and we can have a conversation. At the right time. Sometimes right then and there it's not the right time. But it's okay to just hold yourself accountable. Being held accountable is very major. It's important. You have to do that in different situations. Just holding yourself accountable, and if you can do that, you are able to keep yourself fully aware. You are able to have that self-evaluation check on yourself first, before letting somebody else know if they offended you or however. But living and learning is, I think it comes along with as you get older. There are some things you're not going to experience until you are in various situations, and may not come up until they say what you don't deal with in singleness, that then exposes when you are in a relationship, when you are in a marriage. Or sometimes those things get exposed when you're in friendships. So accountability is important across the board, and just take what we're saying with a grain of salt. We're not saying we are experts, because we still living and learning too. We're in our healing process too. So we are working along this journey with you guys. So we're just coming,
speaking from experience,
and letting you know this is what we're dealing with. This is what we get convicted of, and it's just something that is very important and for everyone to know, and definitely necessary in the growth process. So growing looks totally different for everybody.
Because something, we always be like, if we're trying to, and I won't, we like comparing, like, because we bad with comparing with different situations, relationships, friendships, whatever. But what you may experience on your end, I may not experience that.
That's right.
So that's why you live and you learn. You live and you learn through your own situation, your own mistakes, your own everything. And with that being said, be careful about what you are listening to, who you are listening to, because sometimes everybody doesn't mean well.
That's right.
In your living and learning.
That's right.
They may say some things that you may look sideways with and be like, I don't know about that. So just kind of use y'all spirit of discernment to know what is good information or good input or criticism. Because some people may mean bad.
You don't know what place it's coming from.
Right.
So discernment is always going to be, a major key in just in receiving.
Right.
And your heart posture as well. Like, you have to be have a openness and willingness, and be wholeheartedly like ready to receive it.
Right.
But just take it, and don't take it personal. I know sometimes we find ourselves like feeling like somebody is trying to attack us, feeling like somebody is against us. no, everybody is not against you. It may just be that this is something that somebody's bringing to the forefront that you need to be aware of. And let's be honest, a lot of times, sis, those are things that we didn't recognize that we were doing. Those are things that somebody probably has mentioned it, but we just never worked on it.
Or we kind of just bypassed it. So it's like when they tell you something, we don't need to be so defensive when it comes to whatever they tell us, because
definitely not.
Half the time we don't want nobody to correct us. So we have to be willing and, to receive those things that they're telling us, because we're not them looking at us. We are us. So it's like, we are what we want to hear, what we want, what we want to say. It's just what we.
But yeah,
what
we. Yeah, that's it.
I'm just saying, like, because you're not them, and you're not looking on the outside looking in.
Right.
So we just have to accept that, and either you learn from it, or maybe the next person come out and tell you the same thing, and then it'll click.
Right. And then also, everybody, if this is something that you constantly hear, like, oh, you're not listening to me, you're only listening to hear yourself talk, or are you listening to understand? And sometimes we do listen to hear ourselves talk, because we gotta have the last word. We gotta have something to say.
You gotta prove your point.
You gotta have a point proven. But no, what are you understanding from that other person? What are you receiving on the other end? So we say there's a blessing in zipping those lips, closing your mouth,
close it up,
and just receive it. But if you have something that, if you need to, say, I don't agree with that, say you don't agree with it. We're not saying you have to agree with everything someone is telling you.
Right.
But we are saying that take it and receive it and just have a healthy conversation.
Right.
That simple, that easy. And at the end of the day, both you left with a nugget, that person left with some nuggets as well.
Right.
But you both have learned something new, and you both have grown.
Because one thing that you can do is, if you don't understand, ask them to explain to me what it is that I'm doing that you don't like, that I do, and ask them to give you an example. And then you can say, well, how do you feel like I need to go about handling this situation, or addressing it, or what I'm saying, how do I or approaching it. So if they're giving, when you open up and be vulnerable like that, that means that you're willing to accept and receive whatever it is that they tell you, and that's growth.
Because
growth. When you want to do better and be better,
oh yeah,
you have reached that point of maturity.
Oh yeah, and maturity comes, and that comes in different phases of your life, and so it's something we all have to do.
Yeah.
We are always students in a classroom learning about this thing called life. Because we do not have it all together. We have not all arrived. I don't know nobody that has arrived. And if you have arrived, more power to you.
Kudos to you.
Kudos to you. But I'm living and I'm learning every day. And I love to learn. So, yeah. I think that's it. Just live, learn, receive, and grow. Become the better version that you want to be. Be that better person so that you are able to go out and share your testimony with somebody else to how you overcame those obstacles.
And you could be like, I was once where you are.
Yes. And so you only can speak on those experiences that you have gone through. If you haven't experienced something, you can't. Come on now, some people say they are expert in everything. Sometimes you gotta watch that word expert. People that say they experts, they may not be experts.
Right.
So nobody is an expert at this thing called life, because that is something we are continuously growing every day and learning something, even about not just life, but about ourselves.
Yeah.
We learn about ourselves every day. So give yourself grace, learn,
just
grow,
it's just a learning process.
It is.
Yeah. So we just honestly just came on to tell you, you know, you live and you learn, and you live and you learn daily, and that's it.
You live and learn about the right people to be around. You live and learn about the best decisions, whether finances, relationship, what else? What else we live and learn about?
Shoot.
You live and learn if you in school,
in the right job
field, in your careers. You living and you learning about those things too. And it's okay to seek help.
Yeah.
It is okay to go to that person that maybe will experience at that job, and ask for advice in whatever it is that you're needing help with, if they can help you. It's okay to go to that financial advisor or someone that, if it's someone that is if it's somebody in a situation and it's where you want to be, it is okay to get mentored
and go ask
in that and ask questions about how did they get where they are. Right? There's nothing wrong with that.
And you'll know when you have found the right person, when they are open to telling you and giving you the tools necessary for you to succeed in that area.
Oh, yeah. Because some people don't like to give out the gems, and if they don't want to give it out,
that's fine.
That's fine.
On to the next.
It's okay. We don't, around here, we don't gatekeep.
Right. At all.
If it's something that we know, we are here to share it. And so don't be mad with people if they don't want to say, if they don't want to tell you.
Right.
It's okay. God will reveal it to you at some point, or He's gonna put that person in your path. He's gonna put somebody in your path along the journey that's gonna be able to tell you
when you least
expect it. So you never know where you will get your learning from. I think that's what I'm trying to say. You'll never know, and you can learn from a child. You can learn from an older person. You can learn from anything. Y'all listen, you just learn. Maybe you learn from cartoon, TV shows, whatever. And it's like that's when it seems that the revelation comes. It seems like that's when God speaks to you the most, in the most awkward situations you could be anywhere.
For real.
You can see a sign on the side of the road. Like the churches have the signs out, or the billboard signs. It could be something that it just stands out, and you be like, oh my
right.
Oh my God,
right.
Like I was just thinking about or talking about, and it could be you not have the answer, and you could be riding down the road and bam, there go the answer.
Yep.
Or you can be on the phone talking to somebody and boom, they may not even know what you had going on or what conversations you had, and boom, there's the answer. So just talk to God. He knows what's on your heart. Give it over to Him first. Let Him lead you, let Him direct you, let Him order your steps. But live and learn.
Keep living and learning. Keep living and learning. So that's it, y'all. We want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight on this wonderful Monday evening.
Yes.
We thank y'all for staying locked in.
We appreciate you. Y'all, we know the holiday season is upon us. This is the Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
The most wonderful
time of the year. It is not about the gifts. It is not about the Christmas trees. It's not about the lights. It's not about any of that. But we know it's all about Jesus, the birth of Jesus Christ.
Yep.
And that's the real reason for the season. So y'all be safe. We wish y'all a happy holidays
and a
Merry Christmas, all that.
And I got a confession. Y'all, I know it's not about the lights. I know it's about the birth. But them lights do something to me, y'all. I get so emotional. Them lights. They bring me so much joy. And I think it brings like childhood memories when my granddaddy used to ride us around. My mama still do it now. We like to go as a tradition for my family. We ride around and look at lights. But I think it's just the feeling of being around family. Being around good energy. You know, just thinking about how the birth of our Savior coming in for us to die, to die again for us. So I get full.
Oh yeah, definitely get full just thinking about it.
I do,
but it's definitely somebody.
It is somebody, but yeah, we're gonna say our words of encouragement, words of affirmation and encouragement. And get on out the way. So I am loved.
I am loved.
I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
I am wise.
I am wise.
I am mature.
I am mature.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
And I will always be.
And I will always be.
My true and authentic self.
My true and authentic self. Y'all, happy holidays to you. Yeah. You guys be safe. Enjoy your family and your friends this holiday season. And y'all, if you see somebody in need, be a cheerful giver. That's what God loves.
Right.
Love on your people and allow them to love on you. Right. We appreciate y'all. We praying for y'all. And we will see y'all on the next episode of Listen Sis, your favorite podcast. Bye.